Well, we're sitting here with Ty Fredrickson. Not a bad start to your season after your last weekend there.
Yeah, well, it was a really bad start to the season, but the Midwest season started pretty decent, obviously, getting the win at Kakana last week, and hopefully we can continue that momentum and start stringing on some good finishes here.
Jefferson Speedway, what's that like coming out of the short bull ring like this?
It's not my favorite racetrack, but once we get a little bit quicker, I'm sure I'll like it a little bit more later tonight. But still got some work to do getting used to it. Only been here once, and that was 2 years ago. So just kind of relearning the racetrack and getting our car a little better, and hopefully we'll qualify pretty decent.
You're a second generation driver. Your dad, the famous Dan Fredrickson. At what age did you start really getting interested and say, Dad, I want to learn this so I can get behind the wheel?
I think I was around 7 or 8. I'd start going to the racetrack with them, being in the pits and watching everything. I thought it was pretty cool. Then I got in a go-kart or a quarter midget, raced out one time, and I was hooked ever since.
A little Elko experience, huh?
That's right.
A little Elko graduate is what they say. So. With that, and then your first time in the car was when?
My first super late model race was the Trickle 99 at Golden State Speedway, which is this coming Monday, so it'd be my 3-year reunion anniversary of super late model racing.
You didn't do bad in that first race, did you?
No, went from 12th to 5th. I remember like it was yesterday, so yeah.
And then the experience you've gotten so far driving super late model, it seems like you caught on real fast and nothing but successful ever since.
Yeah, we have, obviously my dad's very smart and a really good driver, and he's kind of just passed it all along to me, and what he's learned from his, I don't know, 20, maybe even 30 years of racing, I've learned most of it in about 3. So yeah, he's giving me a lot of information. He's giving me really fast cars to race, and we're making the best of it, as you can see.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, you got your dad. He's a tough customer. How tough is he as a dad, a race car owner, and dad in home life?
Well, our race car owner and home life is basically the same person. A lot of work goes into these race cars, and really the only dad time we have is when we either go to dinner or we go to my little sister's basketball games, and he's just as much into basketball as he is racing. He's yelling the whole time, coaching Harper while she's playing. She might think it's annoying, but I think it's pretty funny watching.
You got to run a GoPro camera on that sometime.
I'll get that going.
Yeah, you got the money to do that. So, last year you picked up a couple Midwest Tour victories. One of them was that Thunderstruck 93 race at Elko. Just tell me about how that race was for you to win the race, because that was a real big family affair for that event.
Yeah, it was really awesome. My dad had Dan Ryan as a mentor through his whole career, and my dad actually crew chief for Dan Ryan's son Jake Ryan, and that race obviously means a lot to me and my family. We probably have spent a lot of money getting our cars ready and testing for that event, because that's the one we circle for kill mode. So that's the one we want the most, and we got it last year. My dad, I think he has 5 of them, 5 of those. So I don't know if I'll ever get 5 like him, but I'm going to try, and we're going to try to have Jake Ryan in a car this year for that race.
That would be awesome to see that happen. So,
yeah.
With it, because I think you got one of 6 kids in the family, or
5.
So each of you got one of his guitars. Now you have your own. So technically you have 2, right?
Yeah, technically I have 2, and the one I got, I was playing guitar in my basement, and I broke one of the strings on it. So that one's out of commission, so I'll just have to get another one this year so I can go back to playing. I
got a friend who works at Guitar Center up near Mall of America. I'll hook you up with him, and we'll get that
sounds good.
Get that fixed for you. So, but yeah, I think it's just a unique story with you being how old you are and the success you're having so far. And we all know it comes with a lot of wisdom and knowledge from your dad. Biggest thing you learn, and the most crap moment you've had so far with your dad. It's like, I shouldn't, where he was. I don't want to say disappointed, but this is our lesson kind of learned thing.
Yeah, about after every race, he goes, Ty, I really wish you wouldn't have done that, but that's just me going for it, being young and aggressive, and I'm gonna keep doing that. And it's starting to get less and less the amount of times it critiques me. So I'm catching on, and we're having a great time doing it.
All right. Hey, I know you got to get ready for qualifying, so best of luck the rest of the day, bud.
Thank you.
Thank you.